Hello there, it's C. Lamont Leonard with E.P.E.C, the movement. Today I want to ask a couple of questions. Uh, First of all, I want to know if you're scratching your head, wondering when things are going to turn around for you, or are you dreading going into the same job that you've had for a while now and that you've never enjoyed, and you realize that there's no passion for what you're doing? So the question is, besides those two things, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay there? Are you going to continue doing the same thing? Someone said that when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's called insanity. You cannot change if you don't become what you think inside here you are, or what you believe inside here you are. We have to learn how to move beyond the status quo. Let me give you a quote, and I don't really remember who shared this, but I want to share it with you, and let's see what happens, okay? I'm going to read it, okay? It says, "The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable man persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man." Think about that for a minute. All progress depends on the unreasonable man, the man that is not going to be good with the status quo. You see, when we find that we are in a place that is just not the best for us, when we find that there's no passion in what we're doing anymore, when we find that we're at odds and in a place of basically, I am not satisfied with my life, that's not the time to stay in that situation, because you'll die in that situation. You see, we have to learn how to pivot. We have to learn how to live outside of the box that we have been placed in by society, by our own thoughts, and we have to begin to dream beyond where we are right now. Otherwise, you'll continue in the same thing, in the same situation, not recognizing or realizing, hey, I'm one of those frogs that was put into cool water on the stove, not recognizing that the heat has been turned up and I'm boiling to death. I think it's important for us to know and remember this. Number one, you were created by God. And the thing about God is that He is a creator. And the Word says that He breathed into us the breath of life after He created us. And He created us in His image and His likeness. So if He created us in His image and His likeness, and what is He like? He's a creator. Therefore, in all of us, there is some form of creativity. And the thing that we have to understand is we must learn how to tap into the creativity that is already existing in us. But that doesn't happen by staying stuck in a system that is set to control you. That happens as a result of you learning how to draw outside of the lines. You remember when we were in school, we had coloring books. The first time we learned how to color or draw or do anything with a writing device. And I remember how bad it was for me, because my mother would always say, "Lamont, you're not drawing You got to stay inside the lines. Stay inside the lines. Man, I was all outside. I couldn't do a neat picture for anything. And I just didn't understand. I was horrible at that. But I found out later that the people that draw outside the lines, those are the ones that are being a little bit more creative than those that are just following the lines. Now, I'm not saying to be rebellious at your job. I'm not saying be rebellious against the system. I'm saying to think of a better way. Think of a better way to make things work for your life. Think of a better way to make things work for others around you. And when you think of something better and you share it with the world will be better because you opened your mouth. The world will be better because you decided not to be part of the status quo. The world will be better because you decided to be the unreasonable man, the unreasonable woman, the one that decided to think outside the box. So, in essence, those of you that are tired of your jobs, you're tired of where you are, you're having struggles and issues like all of us right now, particularly in this post-pandemic age, all of us are having struggles. Some of us are older. We've hit that age of 60, 65, and we're trying to figure out, well, what are we going to do for the rest of your life? Let me tell you something. The rest of your life is ahead of you, and it's good. So don't think that things are going to go downhill because you're not doing what you want to do or because you're too old now. Don't let anyone persuade you that you cannot do, that you cannot produce. You were created in the image of God, and you have His likeness. And what He is, what He has created is in you. So the next time you have that feeling you want to get out of that job, don't leave it. Don't quit it. You got to have a plan. So get a plan. Write down what you want to do. And don't let anyone persuade you that you cannot do something. Think it through. Don't jump out there and just do it, but think about it. You have been given the ability of creativity. You've been given all that you need with regard to wisdom. So use the wisdom, get an understanding, use the creativity that God has given you, and begin to step outside of the box. And I believe when you do that, you will be given a fresh set of thoughts, a fresh idea and plan, a brand new map for your life. But the first thing you have to do is stop complaining about where you are and start thinking about where you can be. And then press toward getting to where you can be. And surround yourself with people that will help you. People that will come alongside and assist you in the process of your transition. Because it takes everybody that thinks like you to help you get to where you need to be. We share with one another, we help one another, and together we prosper. So, this week, don't stay stuck. Learn how to pivot. Learn how to move forward. And great things are in store for you. That's my time. C. Lamont Leonard with E.P.E.C, the movement.